अस्सलाम वालेकुम, वेलकम बैक। तो भाई आज सीन ऐसा है कि हम लोग जा रहे हैं बल्तीत फोर्ट और उसके बाद शायद हम करीमाबाद बाज़ार भी जाएंगे। तो चलें देखते हैं क्या क्या होता है आज, कैसी रहती है ट्रिप, कैसी रहती है एक्टिविटीज़। लेट्स सी। हम लोग जा रहे हैं बल्तीत फोर्ट, पहुंच गए। हम लोग बल्तीत फोर्ट आ गए। इसका पेट बड़ा है, इसका पेट बड़ा है, यूं आराम आराम से चलो, ऐसा मरना जाना रास्ते में। बड़ा हो रहा है। तो भाई इसका जो रास्ता है ना वो बहुत इंक्लाइन है, ये देख सकते हैं हम लोग। ये ऐसा रास्ता है, बहुत इंक्लाइन रास्ता है भाई, सही जान लग रही है। प्रॉपर कार्डियो चल रहा है हमारा। अच्छा जी, तो हमने ये अभी इसका जो है टिकट ले लिया है। भाग ऐसा, भाग भाग, मर जाएगा आगे, सांस फूल जाएगी। वो बड़ा भाग रहा था ना, अब क्या हुआ? दिल मुंह में आ गया या गुर्दे? हाँ भाई, रास्ते ही ख़त्म नहीं हो रहा है, इतना इंक्लाइन है, हालत टाइट हो गई। ये देखें, ऐसा का हाल देखें आप, ये हाल हो रहा है। यहाँ का व्यू अच्छा आ रहा है। पहली बार ये पूरा जो है शहर दिख रहा है यहाँ का, गांव प्लस शहर, गांव प्लस शहर। ये नीचे दिखना गांव है, वहाँ से रोड जा रहा है, वो ऊपर सामने वो होटल्स वगैरह बने हुए, टाइट व्यू है। हम लोग फाइनली पहुँच गए हैं ये बल्तीत फोर्ट। ये रहा बल्तीत फोर्ट। हाँ, बहुत ज़्यादा ऊंचाई पे ये, अच्छा खासा ऊपर चढ़ के आए, सांस फूल गई है सबकी। ये हमारे साथ एक गाइड जा रहे हैं आगे आगे, वो रहे, ये हमें अंदर लेके जाएंगे और बताएंगे हिस्ट्री फोर्ट की।
Here, our visit is going to start now. Before we may continue further, please remember these doors are very short, and whenever we are crossing the doors, you must be very careful. These doors were designed to create an obstacle in case of any invasion to stop the enemies. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to show you a granary. This is a silo for storage for grains, for wheat and corn. Okay, come here. So this is an old granary. This was the method of storing wheat, corn and barley for the winter times. And we have several of them. One of them is open to visit. The opening was a bit wider previously, now it has been shrinked, so no people may try to go down. And there was a ladder that has been removed now. May I close it, please?
Yeah, sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are in the reception. This is the ground floor plan. I am standing here with you. In a few minutes, we will move through this door to the, and this is the watchtower here. And you will be standing on a grill. That metal grill is not old, is newly added. And we will be walking behind the walls and go to the secret meeting hall, assembly hall, and come to the confidential meeting room called Hujra. And then we go to the royal kitchen. And later we will return and go upstairs to visit the upper floor also. And that is how you will leave the fort, from the upper floor, from this last room. The grills were recently added. Before there were no grills. It was filled with gravel and soil that was causing some pressure on the walls. That is why it has been excavated.
Oh, it's very short.
Sorry?
It's very short, Hassan.
Okay. I got it.
उसके लिए करा था इन्होंने, शॉर्ट रखे थे उनसे अपने आप को बचाने के लिए। अंधेरा है अंदर।
मैंने कह रहा था जालियां नहीं थी, तो उसको की मिट्टी और गारे से कुछ मिला के उसको फिर बनाया था, लेकिन कुछ नहीं आ गया।
ये ग्रिल नहीं था पहले, अभी है एक ग्रिल लगा है बाद में।
Room. Here, this room was used to secure the next room that was called the confidential meeting hall. We commonly call it Hujra. And these guards were ensuring the security of the next room, having their weapons always with them. They used to hang swords in such wooden pegs around you. On the wall, on my front, these are some of the old dresses. This is a silk robe which is made of garment coming from China. It's called kimkhar. We used to have cotton and silk clothing, cheap wool, because we had only woolen products produced in Hunza dams, also in Baltit all over this area. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you are in the secret meeting hall. This is called Hujra, where confidential issues were discussed by the Emir of Hunza with his closer friends. Here we have a treasure pit. This is one of the chambers. It is known to be a treasure pit, which is empty now. And this platform was used often to place lamps, stone lamps for the winter times, and also at night to lit the room. And in case there is a meeting at that time, then they may open the lid on the upper floor. You see, this is the skylight. You can open it and there will be sufficient light there. We also have some metal utensils. We call them aftaba. They are made of brass and silver plated. These handcrafted utensils were brought to Hunza all the way from territories of Xinjiang, from China, through trade and also as gifts. And such metal utensils were very, very expensive in the past. But nowadays people are no longer using them, and you may buy them in local handicraft shops now. The royal kitchen of the fort, we don't have any windows in the walls, but there is a skylight in the center of the ceiling. Such skylights are found, and this type of ceilings are found in northern Afghanistan, in Pakistan, and also in Chitral, in some parts of Uzbekistan, and also in Caucasus, in South Georgia. You may have such ceilings more than 20 layers even. So this is a more Caucasian influence, what I understand. The ceiling is very black because of heavy cooking over the centuries. And we have various utensils. I think recently there have been oil for protection. We have copper and brass cooking pots. They are looking dark colored because of heavy cooking over the centuries. But much older are the stone cooking pots. They are really old. We also have stone mortars made of granite. They were used for pounding the apricot kernels and walnuts to press the oils for cooking. And on my right hand, we have various utensils for making yogurt and buttermilk. There's a milk churn. And there's a goat skin for carrying water. And these are spoons in a circle. Such soup spoons were often used in every house for serving the meals. We also have wooden dishes on the box. Those wooden dishes were used for serving the meals. Normally, more than one person were dining together in one dish. And we have a small lamp on the column. And we also have a tiny storage for dried meat and dried vegetables for the winter time. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my request.
This is the view from the top of the fort.
Maraka. This is the place where the Hunza ruler, the emir, was sitting on the throne to have the daily court matters to be settled. But in case of bad weather, like a rainy day or hot sunny day, then they were moving inside into the interior assembly hall. You are surrounded by the mountains of the Karakorums of the world, meaning in Mughal and Turk language, black rocks. So all these trees, vegetation is actually cultivated over thousands of years ago. It's not naturally green like in Swat, Murray, and also in Narankagan. So it's all cultivated. We must assume that is the royal kitchen on the left side, please. Be careful and be good. The Evan step bar, this is called reception hall in English. And we have photographs of the Hunza rulers from left to right. This is the genealogy of the Hunza royal family. And here is the photographs of Prince Karim Aga Khan and his ancestor. This is the different family, it has no related to Hunza royal family. So Mir Ghazal Khan was the ruler between 1863 and 1886. Unfortunately, he was assassinated by one of his sons, Mir Safdar Khan, to get the throne because he had nominated another son to be the future ruler. This was the conflict then. He later was defeated by the British invasion, so he fled to China, to Xinjiang. At that time, Hunza state was a tributary state of the Chinese Empire. And his younger brother, Mir Nazim Khan, was ruling until 1938 under British control. And his brother, his son was Ghazan Khan II, who ruled until 1945. And his son was Mir Jamal Khan, who left this fort in 1945 and moved to his new palace. Finally, in 1974, Hunza state was also abolished by Pakistan government. Then we started to have local elections and police and administration now. Prince Ghazanfar, Mir Ghazanfar Ali Khan, was the owner of this building. He gifted this to the public trust, to non-profitable trust, his wife, and also his son. They also own a hotel called Darbar Hotel in the town. In summers they come to Hunza, and in winters they go to Islamabad. They have a residence there. We also have various battle swords. These are the battle swords and different types of guns and two battle shields here. Just behind you on the wall, ladies and gentlemen, you might be noticing these are the horns of the wild sheep called Marco Polo sheep. And they are endangered species. I think very few are surviving at Punjab National Park on the Pakistan territory. On the other side, in Chinese Pamirs in Tajikistan and Afghanistan, they are in large numbers are found. Here, these are the photographs of Prince Karim Aga Khan and his ancestors. The current Prince Karim, who is living in Europe, he sponsored and financed this conservation project between 1990s and 96. So the genealogy is here in English. That is the genealogy of his ancestors and his family line in Arabic also. The windows are always open in summers and you get fresh air. That is how it's a very fresh and cool room. The ceiling was added after 1900. It was a modern design adopted from Indian Mughal architecture. And we also have some papers. They are dealing about trade links and also route permits to China more than a century ago. They are written in Chinese and also in Persian because Persian was the official language in Hunza and also rest of the Central Asia and in India at that time. And this is the letter of accession to Pakistan. It was sent by Mir of Hunza in November 1947 to Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah on 3rd November 1947. And now we go to the Royal Summer Baltit. Glass here. It was also the very first time when a folding chair, a telephone and sofas were introduced in the building. They were very badly worn out, but they are being restored again with new fabric. Most of these photos are belonging to the royal family members. Their children and their children are living in different parts of Pakistan, and also some of them have settled in the West now. And this is the place for dining at night, and that is the place to go to sleep. What I'm saying is there are both facilities. There's a bedroom, there's a dining room, and we have a baby cradle for the babies. You may find such cradles in some Central Asian states in Uzbekistan and also in Syria also. People are making such cradles of metal. And we have Holy Quran Sharif written with hand. These are two old manuscripts produced here locally more than 200 years back. And we also have two cabins for dried fruits and dried apricots to be stored. They were often used for storage purpose for the winters. Assembly hall. In case of bad weather outside, like a rainy day or hot sunny day, the Amir was moving into this room to settle the court matters then. We have some paper money from China from 1930s because of trade relations over the centuries. And we have musical instruments for outdoor music also. They are called nakara. And these are the traditional matchlock rifles produced more than 300 to 400 years back in Russia. These are Russian matchlocks. We call them Ursi. These are one of the very early fire weapons of this area. They were filled with gunpowder through the muzzle with a bullet inserted with a stick, and on the back there is a tiny spot where you can touch with the fire. And they were aimed on a bipart, that is the stand. You can fix it on the ground, and it's a really strong gun. It's like a small portable cannon. According to the historical references in India, in 1524 and 26, the founder of the Mughal Empire, Zahiruddin Babur, the emperor, was the first to use them in India.
ओके तो अभी हम लोगों ने बल्तिट फोर्ट का अंडर विज़िट करवाया, आप लोगों को सारी हिस्ट्री भी बताई है। तो अभी बस हम नीचे उतर रहे हैं, कुछ शॉपिंग करेंगे करीमाबाद मार्केट से। तो हमने शॉपिंग भी कर ली है करीमाबाद से। ये भाई हमें यहाँ भी बाइक दिख गई है, यामाहा MT है ये शायद, FZ8। अच्छा FZ8 है भाई, नाइस बाइक। ओके जी, तो अभी हम लोग राकापोशी रुके हैं, तो नमाज वमाज पढ़ लिए। अब हम लोग सोच रहे हैं कुछ खा लें हल्का फुल्का। राकापोशी पीक नगर 7788 मीटर, 27th हाईएस्ट पीक इन द वर्ल्ड। ओके नाइस। ये यहाँ पे जिप लाइन भी है, सेकंड लॉन्गेस्ट इन पाकिस्तान, राकापोशी जिप लाइन। हाँ तो भाई आज का व्लॉग हम यहीं एंड करते हैं। हम लोग आज गए थे बल्तित फोर्ट गए थे, सही है, वो आप लोगों के साथ शेयर किए वीडियो। और दूसरा करीमाबाद गए थे, कुछ शॉपिंग की है। खैर आज कुछ ज़्यादा ट्रिप नहीं थी, बस यही था। तो उम्मीद है आप लोगों को अच्छा लगा होगा। बाकी आगे भी आपके लिए व्लॉग्स इंशाल्लाह आएंगे इस ट्रिप से रिलेटेड। तो आप लोग कमेंट में ज़रूर बताइएगा कैसा लग रहा है, और वीडियोज़ को लाइक भी करें। तो फिर मिलते हैं इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट व्लॉग में। टेक केयर, अल्लाह हाफ़िज़, बाय बाय।